Welcome back to Get With The Programming. I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grundler.
Wolverine.
And you guys know what we're here for today.
There it is.
Shame.
Yep.
Shame.
That's so
There it
funny.
Shame.
That's what you're thinking right now. Look at you.
That's
Shame.
exactly like that bell.
Shame.
Look at my body posture.
Yeah, I didn't know, dude.
My
Look
body
at you.
language. And I'm sitting there going,
Motherfucker.
fuck. That body posture is purely thinking about the last 50 cals.
Oh,
Right
man.
there. Just like
Yeah.
every movement I did, I was like, oh man, that row at the end. And then halfway through, I go, oh, I have other things to worry about. I had things to worry about that I didn't think I would. I mapped it all out. I was like, I could do 15. And then halfway through, I go, nope. And what I thought would be fun is a little exercise. I encourage everybody to video their workouts, maybe watch them on their own. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to time
The breaks in between?
my rest breaks, not like just a natural break, right? Like structured break. I'm going to time the pout breaks. I'm going to time the ones where I do a wall walk and I'm like, all right, let's go. And then I go, no. And I just stick my hands out and rest my shoulders a little bit.
I saw more black faces in this event than I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And we've done wall walks before, but for some reason, the middle set, everyone just decided they were going to lay down.
Oh, are we creeping on Sousa's show? Sorry, Sousa.
Oh, shit.
All right, buddy. Nothing personal.
Sorry,
That's
man.
the only time that works for us today.
I know.
But yeah. All right. Let the entertainment begin. I'm going to make sure I turn it down. The music wasn't too loud.
Ready?
No.
Head nod. The best part was like
1 in 10.
the timer didn't make any sounds. You know how it usually counts down? Ding,
Yeah.
ding. I didn't hear any of this.
Oh. Look at that nice big yawn before you start.
So it started. She's like, go. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't hear.
Sorry.
I didn't hear anything. So the first 5, I felt pretty good. And
I love the music in the background. That's great.
yeah, it's been pretty quiet.
I hate that. That's the
It's like a
worst.
pickup basketball game on the wall over here. And
Oh, there it is. Okay, good.
yeah, turn it up a little bit. So I got to turn it down a little bit just in case. And Chase suffering is better than Sousa watching Dawn fall. All right, I would argue differently, but
Have you seen some of the different versions?
That took 35 seconds.
Yeah, that's good.
Now the row, I tried to row as relaxed as I possibly could for these 50 cals. Because the mistake I didn't want to make was like doing 21 unbroken pull-ups and 25-2. Why? What did that do for me? 0. Right? I should have just broke them up and just been more chill, and I probably would have dropped a minute off my overall time. I still wouldn't have done great, but I was like, okay. And so my plan was I can row 1,200 cals per hour very comfortably. And that I knew that would get me done in about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And my hope was all right, I'm going to say, when I was mapping this out, I was like, I'm just going to say every set of 5 wall walks will take a minute of time. That includes getting to the wall and then getting off the wall, which would be 1 rep every 12 seconds. And you don't think that would be that difficult to do. I just did the first set in 37 seconds with a transition to the wall. And I wasn't going super fast. I was just moving. And then we'll show you how that's not the case later. But I felt good here. I think I was holding 1250 to 1300 with just long strokes. I wasn't working hard. Felt the legs a little bit, just because I don't do a lot of legs for the same reasons we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks in the Open. So that tends to be
That's
more
still a really good pull, though. Like between 12 and 13.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're a strong rower, so I know that's easy for you. But that,
6'2", 215.
that's still a very that's still a good row.
Thank you. That's good to have on the 50 cals in the row. 6'2", 215, not so much on the last 5 to 10 wall walks or bar muscle ups. But play to your strengths. And so that's what so we're like 2.5 minutes in. So I think it took me, I'm off like 3:15 or something, I believe. And yeah, so on pace in my head was like minute on every wall walk. So that's 5 minutes worth of wall walks, 2:30 on both rows. So that's 10 minutes. Can I do the 3 sets of 25 bar work in under 5 minutes collectively? I truly thought I could do that. I really did. So I was like, all right, how much time do I need? It's like, I could probably do the deadlifts. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 3:15. So I had it right. Second set of wall walks. Here's the deal. Like, I'm making sure my feet are on the wall. I'm making sure my hands get to the line before my feet, like, I'm holding the standard as good as I can. It makes a world of difference moving your hands slightly before both feet are on the wall. A world of difference. I think Hillary sign is like 10%. I would say 25%. Like, if you just move your feet and hands at the same time, it is so easy to do wall walks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that took what? I was at 3:15 off the rower. So I'm done and going to the deadlifts. Now, I never looked at the clock until like later. I was just going by feel.
That still was done. That was under a minute. That's from coming off the rower to getting
Yeah.
onto the deadlift.
Now, what I wanted to do on the deadlifts was 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That gives me to 25. Instead of doing 5 sets of 5, or a set of 15 and a set of 10, that would not have helped me. And then I've got the loop of death. So I'm not counting this as rest time because that's part of my structured rest. Right? I'm not wasting time. I'm
planned. That's not,
this is planned rest. I'm gonna time bad rest.
I got you. So if you would have made your walk and stopped,
right,
that would be bad.
So if I walked, the plan was walk to the bar,
grab and go,
and start. Right. So that was 7. That was 6. Now I go for my set of 5. I think what did I start at the 4-minute mark? So I'm already going a little slow. I'm happy with my deadlift form.
Yeah, that's good.
They felt okay. I felt my hip flexor a bit still from the lunges on 25-1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like the hinge thing, because what I was really excited about this workout in particular is that week 1, the knee was a problem with the jumps and the lunges. Week 2, the knee was a problem with the thrusters. I was like, week 3, no squatting. I like rowing. I'm okay at wall walks. But then the hinging, I was like, oh shit, that hurts. So I thought I would get like a pain-free run. But no, I did not. Okay, so done with my 25. Now for the third set, I think this is where the pout rests begin. And in my head, I justified it. I was like, I wonder if people can still see me get to the line. No, I'm going to slow down a little bit in case Jules is in the way. She is. She's looking. She's watching. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to rest a little bit. Yep. You see it? See it?
Yep. Oh, I totally was waiting.
See that? I was like,
I was purposely waiting.
That was
planned rest.
Yeah, I'll let it get out of the way. And then I'm like, oh, no, I have no excuse right now.
Not planned rest.
I have no excuse. Yep. And so we'll see how much time gets wasted. Let's see. Do I go right back up for 5? Nope. My legs are getting tired. Yes, that's what it is. My legs are getting tired on the wall walks, which is the thing, right? Your feet start to hurt. But so in this last set, we have 15 seconds of pout rest time. That's where we're at. Okay, power cleans. I was going singles the whole way. Right? Singles, make sure I stand up all the way, get my elbows through. And my sole goal was to not step away with both feet from the barbell.
Yeah.
See, I keep my foot there?
Yeah.
That was my goal. I was like, don't go fully away from the bar. Right?
Cannot disengage, yeah.
My rest time was center myself on the bar, get my hands on, drop my butt, and go. Right? So you can see, settle feet, hands on, drop, go. That was my thing. I was going to do this for 25 reps, and I can't remember what were we doing? 8? But I don't remember if I did walk away with both feet, but I see how I kept my foot there. That was so intentional.
That was like the one where at first, like, it looked like it was difficult to keep your feet there. Like,
Yep.
no, stay here.
What you saw was my big toe come off the ground.
Yeah.
On my plant foot. Yep. Yeah, I think that was 12. So that hurt.
I tell you what I realized watching people do this this part of the event was there are two kinds of people, and the people that are really strong, if they did singles, it messed them up.
Oh,
Because it's a capacity thing. Like, the weight's not that heavy, but it's heavy enough that if you aren't used to, like, and this is what you're really good at. You're good, generally speaking, at getting into a zone of suck and then just holding.
Yeah.
Like, that's a swimming thing. That's a rowing thing. That's a, we have rowers and like people that have done like canoe stuff and outrigger canoeing and all that.
Yes.
They get into that. If they're a good athlete and they can hang in that position, then they do really well there. Like myself, I can do longer events, but I'm more of a sprint athlete. I could not do this.
Oh no, I stepped away.
I couldn't do it in singles. I had to do it in chunks. I had to.
I get it, and I think it's one of those of staying in it, but there's another moment of like being patient.
Yeah.
Because you can really lose your patience just doing singles. You just get annoyed with the monotony.
100%.
And like my sports life was monotony. Just looking at a black line at the bottom of the
bottom line, the dotted line, yeah.
4 hours a day. All right. Let's see. Pouty rest starting in 3, 2, 1. There it is. Oh, slow down. Give Jules time to load my bar. All right. Feet up. 2. You can see where I got tired. Oh, there's Pouty rest.
Oh, man.
I know. And I'm looking up. I'm like, is she still?
The thing is that once that starts, you can't go back from it.
I know.
The second you do the arm where you put your arms out, you're like, I didn't see one person do that and then switch.
There's the leg movement. Ooh, this is an extended. This is me watching. I was like, I'll wait till she gets out of the way. I'm just a gentleman, guys. Just that's a chivalry break. That's what that is.
This is you talking to the black chase in your head, the dark chase, the evil voice chase. Hey, you should just rest right now. Yeah, you're doing this for the video. You're not. They can't see you. You need to stop.
Yeah, you're not really trained. You're not really trained.
All of the reasons, any of the reasons, other than to go.
You know what? You deserve a little extra pouty, right? You've been working hard. I know you're not in shape like you want to be. You can see where I usually I do it in 3 steps, and I was coming like an inch short on a couple, where I'm like a 4th step. There it is. There's some more pouty. Oh, pouty chalk. That's my favorite. Pouty chalk. All right, we're at 1:07 of pouty rest time. Was that the 3rd set of wall walks?
No, that was 4th.
Oh, there it is.
This. Oh, dang.
A step away.
The regrab, not ready. You stepped out of the batter's box.
Yeah, I was like, time. I need some. I was like, all right, I'm going to go. So what I want to do is go 7, 6, 5, 3 again on the snatches. And this is one where I was like, I'm not going to deviate from the rep scheme, even if I have to rest more. So here's the thing. This is what I try to do. I consider that pouty rest. All right. I'm walking, and I was like, okay, you're walking slower, but walk to the bar. Don't stop, and then go. Reach for the bar. I feel like that was slow.
It was consistent,
but it was consistent. Yeah, I never stopped. I just wasn't going fast, and so that was the deal. I was making I made myself so many deals. I was wheeling and dealing with the rest time. I was like, all right, you did 6. Good job. Settle that bar. Yeah, settle that bar. Okay, now you can walk. That was 2 seconds of pouty rest. Turning, making the turn. I'm like, walk to the bar. Don't stop. Set your feet. Pull up your shorts.
Check the pants.
Yeah, check the pants. Really get in that hook grip. All right, now I'm doing a set of 5. It's like, make sure your reps don't suck. Extend that bar and your hips. Esther was like, oh, maybe we just do 4 this time. I'm like, no, I should do 5. All right, settle the bar because, I don't want it to bounce in front of everybody, Bill.
You got to make sure it stays in the
I was
frame
looking
of
out
the
for other
camera.
people that weren't there.
You didn't want to do a Kalipa where the bar rolls into.
I didn't want to go out of frame.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go out of frame.
That was smart.
Yeah.
Strategic.
So set my feet. Hey, I didn't mess with the shorts this time. Went right into it.
Nice.
Yes. So my set of 4. I was going 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 again. Same thing I did for the deadlifts. All right, settle that bar. Yep. Hold on to it for a little bit. Extra second. Make the turn. Maybe walk a little slower, even though it's only 3. Ooh, hands on the hip. Yeah, forgot about that one. Okay, set your grip because, it's like a 225 snatch. All right, almost fell backwards on that one. All right, settle the bar because it's important because I'm not coming back to the barbell, so we got to make sure it doesn't roll anywhere. Okay, Pouty rest. Yep, to my knees. God, it hurts getting to the ground. Slowly get set. And there you go. Okay. Here we go. Yep. Let me just stretch. See what's going on. We're already past the 14 mark.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is what you were talking about yesterday. Yes. Like, go here because you can't make that up on the row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. In fact, after this, Jules went and she did like 19 something the first day. She did it at like Friday Night Lights. Uh-huh. And I was out of town. And when she got to look how long this rest is.
Wow.
I told her, I was like, just go hard here because you can't make up and you're not going to want to make up 15 seconds on the road.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I'm rolling. My shoulders, I'm rolling. I'm side rolling. I'm talking to her. I was like, hey, start the rower. She's like, start your wall walk.
She's like, I got time, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Honestly, this was my favorite set of the wall walks next to the first one, just because I knew I was done with them. Mm-hmm. I was like, sweet, we made it.
Yes.
Now we can just get onto the rower now, finally.
It was, am I done? Oh, yes, I am done.
Oh,
sweet.
God.
Okay. So I get to the rower. I'm like, man, I'm already past the time I wanted. So I get to just hurt myself. So I made deals with myself, as everybody does on the 50 cals. And it was like, okay, you can't row slower than when you started. So I was like, okay, I'm going to row the first 10 at 1,200. And I try to keep it there. So, and then after the first 10, I would bump up my cal per hour. That was like the goal. And so, I don't know, every 10 was taking me about 30 seconds. You can hear the row kick up a little bit, so I just passed my 10. So then I was like, all right, let's kick it up to 1,300. So it was like I would play level plus deals.
Dude, I did not have that ability.
Well, yeah, because you didn't rest for 5 hours on the wall walks.
I felt like I was pulling 1,400 and my eyes were closed and I was ripping the shit out of that handle. At least I thought it felt like. And I opened up my eyes and it was like 11, 10.
Ooh, that's rough.
I'm like, shit, really? Yeah. Come on, man. Well, then just stay over 11.
All right, so this is now the middle 10 cals. And I'm rowing 1,400 plus.
Crazy.
Which is like sub 145 pace. And then I went to 1,500 plus from 30 cals to 40 cals. And then my last 10 cals, which will start here like now. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. I was like 1,600 to 1,700 on the last 10.
God, you look great though, dude. Like you don't even look beat up at all right now.
Internally, I'm screaming.
I mean, maybe, but you held it together because it didn't look like that on the outside at all.
Yeah. I think I ended up getting towards the 1800, the very end.
Okay, so what was the time then of your row? 15.
Total
so it was,
time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was that 15?
17:48. Let's see. When did I start? Let's see. So 15:30 is when the handle starts. Yeah, so I did 2:18.
All right, so you cut about, what is that, 15 seconds off of what your original time was?
Yeah.
By hammering. Okay, good. Then I don't feel that bad doing my 1200 then.
Yeah, no, it like, unless you're going, because I was looking at, I found a Concept 2 calculator.
Oh, yeah.
So you can enter like cows, and then you can say what row pace you would go.
Yeah.
And then you would it would tell you how long that number of cows would take at that row pace. And so I put in 1200, and it's like 230 is how long it would take. I'm like, all right, well, what about 1300? And it goes to
26 or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then I put in 1400, and it was like 212. I was like, oh, geez. Like, what about 1500? Like 204. I'm like, well, okay, what am I going to get for the rest of my workout to row 20 seconds faster, but 300 or 400 cows per hour more? So I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that. I'll do it at the end.
Yeah.
Right. So my overall time was 17:48. My collective Pouty rest time was 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Right, that's time I didn't need. That's just time that I took. And I'm not counting my structured rest.
Right.
And my goal time was somewhere around low 15s or under 15. Well, if I didn't do this, I would have been a 15, basically.
Yeah.
Or 15:20. And I would have been happy with that.
Yeah.
So this is fun stuff to do. All right. So if you guys are trying to figure out, like, we do this all the time when we coach, like we'll film ourselves coaching and watch it back. I mean, me and Bill were doing broadcast. Like, our producers and directors were like,
right,
you need to go back and watch yourself.
Hardest thing in the world.
Listen to yourself. And it's terrible.
Yeah.
Because you just hear all your clutch words or the phrase you just keep saying because you got brain freeze and got stuck in the moment. So you just say the same thing you just said 10 times in a row. No, I stopped it. Yeah. I mean, this position didn't change for the next 7 minutes. Let's just this position changed, but no, I hit pause. And what's cool is I was like, okay, you can see where you took breaks unnecessarily. You know how you felt in the moment, and then you're watching yourself do it. It was like, I didn't really need that. I wanted it, but everybody wants it. Everybody wants to rest. It's the best to just fight through that. And would have been worse if I had done, I don't know, worse moving than I did losing time resting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, none of that was hard. Yeah, it hurt, and I was tiring, and I was fatigued, but like, I didn't move like crap. I was probably moving intentionally slow and deliberately overextending the standards, which is in a negative.
No, it's not. But how many times do people come off of something like that and they go, I totally could have gone fast. If I wouldn't have taken the rest here, I could have gone that much faster. And it's like,
right.
Okay, did you forget quickly the conversations that were going on in your head while you were there? Because if you could have gone faster, you would have gone faster. Like, right. you had planned rests in your setup. Yeah. But outside of the planned rest, the rest that you were taking is because you needed the rest. I mean, could you have pushed through? Yeah, totally. But could you have pushed through on the area where you were at 9 minutes and you're only halfway through, and knowing that you have another 7 minutes to go? Like, right. That's the part that people forget. So it is everyone's perception of how they did. It's like, oh man, I barely took any breaks in between those. You come back and you're like, oh my God, yeah, every break between on my singles was 10 seconds.
Exactly.
I thought it was one breath.
Yeah. I thought I was doing one rep every 5 seconds. Like, no, it's one every 7 seconds.
Yeah, and that adds
I'll do
up
the
big.
short pull up on the right leg and then the short pull up on the left leg. And then I put my right hand on the bar and get my hook grip. And then
Right. You're like, and there's 5 seconds.
right. So now you look at it, and this is just for educational purposes. If you guys are doing that, is like, I look at this, I'm like, okay, I was moving very slow and very deliberate. If I wanted to attack this again, I was like, okay, I can even do the movement faster. Like my power cleans weren't fast.
Right.
My snatches weren't fast. They weren't out of control. I was like, I could probably shave off, even if it's a half a second of that reset times 25. Like, okay, well, there's 10, 12 seconds.
Well, and then even better on that, we've talked about using this to get into the community cup or use this to see what you need to work on after that. When you see yourself doing the stuff and you see how you move and you see where you're taking rest and you see how many times you take chalk or you see how many times that you drink water. I hate people that drink water during the middle of a workout, by the way. All the people that do that, you look back and you go, oh, so now when they're in the regular workout, that's the stuff that they can see and be like, okay, I need to try to not go to the chalk so many times.
Right.
I need to try to really count my rest, not count the breaths that I'm taking because those may not be in seconds.
Yeah, that chalk break I took, I didn't need. My hands had chalk on them, and the bar, I was not sweating.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't need that. I just was like, this makes me feel better about the rest I'm taking because I feel like I'm actively doing something, and you're not.
Yeah.
Like tying your shoes in the middle of a workout.
Yeah. I don't tie them anyway. No. I sleep untied.
Yeah, right. Which I don't know how your shoes stay on when you do wall walks.
I don't know. They did, though. It's crazy.
It out. But that was it. So that was the last one. Tomorrow we'll be back. We'll go inside the leaderboard. This is our last one. It'll be a full open recap where we'll go who's in, who's out, unofficially, pending video review, if they do it. The top 1% for semifinals. The top 2%, what place finishes those will be for the age group and Community Cup.
Yeah.
And if you guys, again, Community Cup isn't set until it's all over, because the Community Cup levels are based off of, or any of your levels are based off those that did submit a score for all three. And there was nothing more apparent than I moved up. So after 25.2, after 25.1, I was in the 87th percentile. That's a level 8. Level 9 is 88th percentile. And I was 70 spots on the leaderboard out of a level 9. I was like, got it. Right? And I didn't think I did horrible last week. It wasn't the best performance I ever had, but it was about the same. And it usually, if it's about the same, you're going to move up, right? Because you had a similar performance and there was no deviation of good or bad. Well, I did move up, but 11,000 people didn't submit a score last week for 25.2. So I moved up on the leaderboard, but the level 9 moved 3,000 spots away from me. So I went from 70 spots out of a level 9 after 25.1 to 3,000 spots out of a level 9. And in my head, I was like, okay, this is one I can do. I don't have to work around anything. This is more my speed, just long, slow, consistent movement. Maybe you can make the jump. I don't know if this is enough, but I will look at my score live tomorrow when we find out what the cut line is for the Community Cup level 9, and you will know whether I have heartache or elation.
Nice.
That I got into it. So we'll unveil that live at the end of the Inside the Leaderboard show. We'll talk, we'll go through some comments on our latest post about people's initial knee-jerk reaction of the Open.
Yeah.
So we'll pull up our Instagram. If you guys haven't seen it, it is on our Get With The Programming channel. And we just posed a question is, what are your initial feeling or initial thoughts on the Open? Right? What are your initial knee-jerk reactions? Drop it in. Let's see. Oh, I just said stop sharing. That's not what I wanted. Okay. There is a bunch of comments on this, and the one we'll center around will be John Young's comment.
Oh, John Young.
All right. And because there's comments underneath. We'll go through most of these just so you guys see, because everybody thinks their sentiment and their feeling is what everybody else is feeling sometimes. Like, no. Yeah. Everybody's everywhere, and it's usually split down the middle, depending on what the topic is. But there's some good ones underneath John. So we're going to try to get John on the show to go through this. So drop in your feedback of the Open, how you feel. You guys can go to our Instagram. I'll put it here in the chat for you guys. Okay. So that'll be it. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys rolling with me in my WOD of Shame. I'll bring it back for Community Cup. All right. And so when we have Community Cup, I will, I guess I'll have 3 workouts to share. So,
oh, that's right.
I'll either do all 3. I don't know if we want to make it an hour and a half long show, or we'll do 3 individual ones probably.
Okay.
So, all right, team. Thanks. Happy end of the Open. We'll be back tomorrow, 12:30 Pacific. So an hour earlier than what we had today. We will go inside the leaderboard for one final time post Open, looking towards the semifinals and Community Cup. Other than that, hope you guys enjoy the Open as much as I did, and get back to training. Community Cup is in 10 weeks.